Get the book. Get the book. I got it off Amazon. I'm gonna link it in the description below. Watch, I have my conference badge thingy here. I believe I would have been a great mom, but would I have been a happy mom? And that thing stung me so bad. Hey girl, hey. So if you caught part 1 of my conference staycation, then you already know that this vlog was about to be like 2 hours long. So I broke it up in a part 1 and a part 2. If you are here now, this is part 2. I will leave the link to part 1 in the description just in case you are catching me here at part 2 of this 3-day weekend vlog that I did. So just wanted to come in, show my face. I'm currently editing, so I look a mess. Don't judge me, but just wanted to pop in and just say hey and let you know that this is part 2. So let's go ahead and dive into this vlog. We are picking up on day 2. Top of the morning. It is clearly the next day. And after I ate those cookies last night, I brushed my teeth, said goodnight to my kids, and I passed out. I had all intentions of editing my me day spa day video, and I took a melatonin because I've been having a hard time sleeping, and especially when I'm away, like when I'm out of my home or just not in my bed, I have a hard time sleeping. So I took a melatonin and I was out. I was out. I brought all these books with me. I've been reading YouTube Secrets, this book here. So I had brought this book with me. I'm like over halfway done. So I was like, oh yeah, I can certainly finish editing, finish up this book. I actually brought this other book with me too. It's called The Mountain Is You, Transforming Self-Sabotage into Self-Mastery. Have not cracked this book open. And I also brought with me another book. It's called The Pivot Year, 365 Days to Becoming the Person You Truly Want to Be. And this book is literally 365 pages. Every day you read a different page. I did not read my page yesterday. I'm telling you, I was out. Excuse me. I was out like a light. So I'm about to now get up and shower and get dressed. I still have not selected the sessions that I'm going to go to because kind of like every hour at the top of the hour, there's a different session. But of course, at conferences, there are multiple sessions going on at the same time. So I need to just go through and read through and see like what session I want to go to at that time. And the first session starts at 8 a.m. It's the keynote breakfast. So I'm definitely just going to go to that. I think that's the only thing happening at that time. But I think I shared on this vlog that I'm still can't say it. I am intermittently fasting. I'm on an intermittent fast. I'm not even about to get into it. I'm on an intermittent fast. So I eat between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Yesterday, my fast shifted. I ate between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., but typically it's between 11 and 7. So I'm not going to have anything at the breakfast. I have some water here and I packed my electrolytes, so I'll just do that. But I need to shower and get dressed. I at least want to read one page out of my Pivot Year book. How about we read it together? How about that? We'll just have a quick little read together. So I am on day 2. It says, there is great power in not knowing what is next, not knowing what to decide, not knowing how you will make it to where you know you want and need to be. Every given moment contains within it doorways of opportunity, and when you choose to walk through one, you make realities available to you that were once invisible. When you do not know what is next, you enter the realm of infinite potential. Instead of trying to plan your life so safely and so succinctly, you can begin to plan for the moment, the joy, the journey. Instead of living on autopilot, you can learn how to continuously meet the ever-changing, ever-possible now. When you finally admit that you do not know what is next, you enter the golden vortex, the space between everything you know you're meant for and anything you had previously imagined to be. Okay, pivot year, because how did that message literally just speak to my soul? Oh my gosh, I was meeting with in my apprenticeship, my partner, we're paired off, and I was literally telling her last week or this week that I really don't even know what's next for me. And that is just not like me because I am a planner. If anybody knows me, I know my 1 year goal, 3 year goal, 5 year. I know what I'm gonna be doing, where I'm at in the next 10 years. Like, I am a planner when it comes to my life. I know the next step. Like, I just know. But in this season that I'm in right now, like, I just don't know. And not from like a, I don't know, I don't care, or like this nonchalant, like careless sense, but from a sense of like surrendering. Like, I literally have no clue what's next for me. Like, I feel it's more of a feeling than like knowing like the steps. And I've just surrendered to God. I've surrendered to my ancestors. I've surrendered to my spirit guides. I've surrendered to myself that I don't need to know. Like, when I need to know, I'll know. But until then, be easy. Like, chill out. And that's honestly the energy that I've been in. So to read that on today is just so, it's just so powerful. I love this. I'm going to read this again probably midday. When I get home, I'm going to keep this book on my nightstand and I'm going to add this to my morning ritual. Like, when my alarm gets off, like, I want this to be the first thing I read, because I think reading a page every day to like start my day off will keep me focused. Like, will keep me in this space of remembering who I am. And I don't know, I feel like just having this information planted first thing in the morning is going to set the tone for the day. Like, that was so beautiful. After I shower, before I leave out, I think I'm going to read that again. That was so freaking good. And that was only day 2. I love this book already. I love this book already. OMG. All right. I'm going to shower and get the heck out of here. What time is it? It's 7:17. And I don't even know what session. Well, at least I know I'm going to start with the keynote. So let me shower and get out of here. I'm going to read this again before I go because that was amazing. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to take you downstairs with me because I told you I forgot my mic mini to go with my DJI, and I don't know how the sound sounds. I'll know once I edit it how it sounds, but since I'm just in the space of recording, I don't know how good it sounds. So I may or may not bring you down with me. And plus it's going to be a lot of people and I just want to talk and mingle. I don't want my camera to be a distraction or draw like unwanted attention. I want to be present in the session. So maybe if I record something, it'll be from my cell phone. My good old iPhone 12 Pro Max. My new phone still hasn't come in yet. So if anything, I might get some stuff from my cell phone. And then, yeah, I might just put it in my purse to get some B-roll. But as far as like audio, I don't think that'll be a good idea for me to do that. But all right, see you in a little bit. All right, dressed and ready. I am a little bit late. Putting some electrolyte in my Stanley, what is this called? Element electrolyte. I think I shared earlier, in this vlog. Sorry, electrolyte powder went up my went up my nose. I was sharing about my muscle cramps that I'm getting overnight, and I've been doing the 1-pack, and the 1-pack a day hasn't been doing it for me, so I'm gonna try the 2-packs. I did 2 packs yesterday, and my muscles were still having spasms last night. So maybe it's probably gonna take a while for everything to kick in. So, And I'm fasting, so I'm not eating until 11 o'clock. So I definitely need some electrolytes. I need to grab my watch. I have my conference badge thingy here, and I chose embrace diversity, empowerment, color outside of the lines, and acceptance. I love these little things that they give at conferences. All right, I need to find my watch. All right, yeah, it's 8:12. The first session started at 8. It's a keynote breakfast, so hopefully people are still grabbing their food and getting settled in, and I'll get there right on time. Right. Comfy little conference fit. I was gonna put my Jordans on because that's just me. So I know I just told you y'all wouldn't see me, but I'm gonna try my best to just push through and use this DJI camera, even though I don't have my mic mini. So yeah, we're just gonna push through and not use this as an opportunity to shy away, but use this as an opportunity to push forward. I came back up to this room, took off my clothes and got in this bed and took a little, I wouldn't call it a nap because I wasn't asleep, but I took a rest. And I'm just sitting here just in gratitude, so thankful that I came. Moms out there, I'll say this 1,000 times. Please take a break. Go on that work trip, go to that conference, book a night at a local hotel. Like, seriously, take a moment to yourself. I don't even know where the remote is for this TV. I have not cut this TV on. I've just been either editing videos for YouTube or reading or just sitting here reflecting. And it's just been a good 24 hours. I've only been here a day now, and it's just been a good 24 hours. I have another session that's about to come up in a few minutes, but this one is online. The way the conference has it is that some of their sessions, some of their sessions are online, and then some are in person, and then some are hybrid. Just so happens this next session that's coming up is online only, so I'm just gonna sit here in the bed and watch it, but then the next session is in person, so I need to get my clothes on and head downstairs for that one. So I met up with a colleague of mine who is also here for the conference, and I hadn't seen her or talked to her in a while, maybe even like a year. And we were just chatting, just doing life updates, and she hit me with the famous question, "How have you been?" And I have just been practicing not saying like, "Oh, good," or when somebody asks like, "How are you? How's your day?" or whatever. Just try not to give those vague answers. I'm sorry, I'm just yawning. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I've been trying not to give like those vague answers, but like really giving a truthful answer. And I was like, well, where do I begin? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not dumping. She was like, no, you're not dumping. She was like, I asked. So I was just telling her like what my life has looked like literally since we last spoke, which I think was about 2 years ago. And a lot has gone on. So I was just chatting with her, and mostly about motherhood, because that has totally consumed my life, especially now having a second child. So she said something, and I told her I was going to, my camera died, so I just popped in a new battery. That's the one thing I don't like about this Sony ZV-1F is the battery life on this thing is like 30 minutes. And then it dies. So trying to think of where I left off before the battery died. Oh, yes, I was saying I met up with a colleague here at the conference and we were talking. I was giving her a life update. And I told her I was going to write this down and share this on the vlog because I was like, moms need to hear this. And so, yeah, we were talking about motherhood, and she, excuse me, was sharing her decision, her husband's decision to not have children. And I was like, wow, like, I can appreciate that. Like, that's amazing that you all made that decision to not have children. And I was like, what got you to that decision? And she was like, well, people told me like, oh, I would be a good mom. And she was like, I believe like I would have been a great mom, but would I have been a happy mom? And that thing stung me so bad. That thing stung me so bad. If there was no purpose of me coming to this conference but to hear that message, this was worth it. Because really, like, I had to sit with myself. Like, I know I'm a good mother. I know I'm a great mother. I am a phenomenal mom. But am I a happy mom? And I was like, wow. Like, what do we think of these things? Like, do we sit and like self-reflect on that? And I'll just leave it there. She shared some other things that I won't divulge on here, just for her, confidentiality. That's her story to tell, not mine. But she just shared some things, and I was just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It had me looking back at my mom. Like, was my mom happy when she had me, or raising me? Like, was she a happy mom? Like, yeah, roof over my head, clothes on my back, food on the table, but was she happy though? Am I happy? And then we started deepening the conversation around a village and support, because I'm like, I know there are happy moms out there. And we started talking about having a nanny, a au pair, like some type of support to help with motherhood, to help with parenthood, and how those type of supports allows a mother to show up more present for her children, and like to not be burnt out, and to have that assistance with the kids. Like, it's a lot. I it's a lot. And I know for us, like, we don't have the luxury of like sending our kids with their grandparents for the weekend. Like, I feel like if we had something like that, or even if it was like every other weekend or one week in a month, like something like just for us to have like a consecutive day break, that's helpful. Me and my husband was even talking about like having a part-time nanny, like just help us get the kids up and get them to school. And then like they could, come back home, help around the house a little bit, and then just have a big break. And then at the end of the day, go back around, pick the kids up from school, get Margot to dance. Like, if we just had somebody like that could assist with that, that would free up so much of our bandwidth, so that when we do have our kids, like, we're more present. And my husband, he is a phenomenal father. He is present. He is a part of their life. He's not just like their daddy, like some man living in the house. No, he's an active father. Like, he's a nurturer. He's the chef of the house. Like, so I have support. Like, we support each other. So I've explained this before, like, there is no such thing as like us having a break. Like, we're in this together. If he's helping, with the youngest to take a bath, then I'm helping the oldest with her homework. If he's, at the gym doing this, then I'm over here with the kids doing this. Like, there isn't a lot of time in our day where him and I are both able to rest together. And I think this is probably why a lot of couples end up splitting after they have kids, because if you do not have support, right? This could be support in a nanny, like I said, the luxury of being able to drop your kids off somewhere for the weekend. Like, if you don't have that, and you and your partner don't have moments to break together, like right now at this conference, I'm on a break, but he's with the kids. When I get back home, if he wants to run out to the gym or catch up with a friend, he's on a break, but now I'm with the kids. When do we have a moment to nurture our marriage, to nurture our relationship, to nurture our friendship? That's at like 9 o'clock when our oldest has been picked up from dance and the little one is asleep. And then we end up falling asleep. So it's very rare that we have that. So yeah, I don't know. That just really sat with me. Like, yeah, you could be a good mom. You could be a great mom. But are you a happy mom? Like, that is so profound. Like, yeah, so it just has me sitting here reflecting on that, just reflecting on my happiness. And I was talking to my husband before I came to the conference, and I was just telling him, like, I wish all I wanted for my life was to be a mom. Like, I feel like there's some women or even some little girls that grow up. Even my oldest daughter, she says it, like, well, she used to anyway. If you ask her, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? She's like, a mom. And I think that's so beautiful because that's a full-time job and a full-time career. But for me, I want more in my life than to only be a mother. And I find it hard sometimes to pursue my desires and be the type of mother I want to be, right? Because it's one thing to be a mother, but to be the type of mother I want to be for my children, I feel like I'm like splitting these roads. Like, I have to choose. Like, are you going to be the mother you want to be and put like all of your goals, dreams, and desires on hold? Or are you going to fully pursue all of your dreams and goals and desires, but then kind of be a semi-absentee mother? Like, it's really hard to be both. And I know I need help. Like, me and my husband need help. We need help. If we want to raise the children the kind of children we want to raise, to turn into the kind of adults that we foresee, if we want to be the type of mother and father that we desire to be, then we're going to need some help. It's humanly impossible for us to do it by ourselves. And I'm just to the point where I just need to crack down and like figure out our budget and like move some things around so that we can really hire the type of support we need. Like, my daughter is in daycare, which is expensive as hell. And just trying to figure that out, because I wouldn't want, like, if I'm gonna pay for a nanny, like, I can't do nanny and daycare. Like, unless God has another plan financially for us where we can do both, we'll have to like at least drop her daycare down to part-time, and then like do like maybe part-time daycare, part-time nanny, or maybe even a full-time au pair. But I gotta crunch some numbers. And as we go into the new year, we gotta solidify, because me and my husband was talking, it's like we'll be doing good and then we're not, and we're like, oh, I wish I had support, I wish we had this. And it's like, let's stop wishing we had it when shit hits the fan and just have it in place. Like, if there's a week where it's like, oh, this is an easy week, we really don't even need any help, but we have the help, it'll just make the week even easier. But when those weeks come and it's a tough week, we are going to be so grateful we already had something in place. But it's expensive. Like, that's why I'm like, do we get an au pair? We were laying it out. We were like, do we get an au pair that, you know, they live with us? Do we just try to find like a nanny housekeeper situation that lives with us? Or do we do like a part-time, like somebody that just comes and goes? So I'm going to like price out all of those scenarios. I'm going to look at our expenses. I'm going to look at our income and really do like a full-blown financial analysis to see like, if we move some stuff around, if we paid off both of our cars, like if we brought her daycare from full-time to part-time, like how much money would that give? Like what can we really afford? And maybe I'm making this up. In my mind, I'm thinking it's going to be super duper expensive, and maybe it's not, because I honestly haven't like fully priced it. I've peeked at like what's the average annual cost of an au pair, and I've like been on like nanny.com, and I can see like the hourly rates that some of the nannies charge, but I haven't like sat down and like full blown mapped it out. But yeah, I don't want to just be a good mom or a great mom. I want to be a happy mom. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up and be like, yeah, like we didn't want for nothing. Our mom, she gave us the world, but she never looked happy. She always was tired. She always was asleep. She was always short with us. She was always snapping at us. Now, we had the nice things. We lived in a big house with a pool. We went to good schools. We ate sushi and crab legs now. But she wasn't ever happy. I don't want my kids to say that. Like, I don't want my kids to view me. I don't want my kids to experience a unhappy mother. Like, I don't want that for them. So yeah, it's just time to buckle down and get the support that we need. I keep reading this page in this book. I've probably read this thing at least 4 times since I last read it to you. And what's really sticking out to me is this part right here. It talks about when you don't know what is next, you enter the realm of infinite potential. Instead of trying to plan your life so safely and succinctly, you begin to plan for the moment, the joy, the journey. That is just sticking out to me. Speaking of journey, you want some tea? Since we're on this topic right now, oh, and I gotta log into my next session, but since we're on this topic right now, let me tell you, this is the stuff that I be talking about. I was gonna post this on social media as a screenshot, but I was like, that's super messy. So my daughter is selling, she's doing a fundraiser for her dance. So I've been just sending it out to all of my family, all of my friends to, have them support her dance studio. And I sent it to a particular family member. And this family member said to me that they were going to support the fundraiser. And hold on 1 second. Let me find the message so I can tell you exactly what was said. Okay, so I found it. All right, so the message they replied was like, "Good morning. I wish the best for everyone, da 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 da." And, just more information about the fundraiser. So I replied back. I said, "Yes, all is well. The girls are keeping us super busy. Parenting is getting very stressful and tough on us. We are trying our best, but having 2 kids is a lot. So we don't get much time for breaks, just work and kids." This person replied back to me and said, "Just enjoy the ride." Just enjoy the ride. And this person is a mom. She's old, but she's a mother. And I would have thought she would have known better. I don't know her full life story, but given what I said, I would have thought she would have known better. But the response was, "Just enjoy the ride." And I said, that's hard to do. There's not much joy these days. There was no reply back. I just told you that I am struggling, that I am going through a lot, and your response to me was, "Enjoy the ride." Baby, I told you ain't no joy over here. And there was no reply. I'm gonna tell you another story. A friend of mine apparently sent me a meme or some type of Instagram something. And I'm sure I received it. This person I had not talked to in months. So it wasn't a text like, "Hey girl, you good? Haven't talked to you," or "Hey Key, what's going on?" Like, it wasn't a text with words. It was like just a link to a video. So I don't know when I got it, but I probably was in the middle of something and didn't have time, like, in that moment to like click and like sit down and watch something because I was probably busy. So I probably overlooked it. So another one of my friends put us in a group chat and sent a picture, about something we had did last year or something. And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's crazy. That was last year." Because that was the last time we saw each other, was last year. So she writes back in the group chat saying, "Hey, Key, I texted you 3 weeks ago and you never responded. It was an Instagram post." Mind you, I have not talked to this person clearly in a year. I haven't seen this person in a year. Haven't talked to this person in months. So I'm like, Instagram post. I'm like, and I put in a thing. I was like, an Instagram post? Question mark? Because I'm like confused. Like, when did I get that? And I was like, if it was something with words, I would have responded. I said, but I have a lot on my plate right now. So I might have overlooked it. No response. I haven't seen you in a year. I haven't spoken to you in months. And you send me an Instagram post, and in 3 weeks, I didn't respond to it. And I told you I probably overlooked it because one, it didn't have no words in it. So there was nothing for me to like read and respond to. And two, because I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. And I didn't get a reply back to that. And what I'm realizing, and this person is also a mother. So what I'm realizing is that some people are just emotionally unintelligent. And I was talking to my husband about this, and I think I spoke about this on another vlog, that not only are some people just emotionally unintelligent, some people don't know how to hold space or be there for other people. They can receive, but they don't know how to be. Because I don't need nobody to give me anything. Like, I'm not a taker. Like, I don't need you to give me anything. But some people just don't even know how to sit with you. And as I'm getting older, I'm 35 right now, but as I'm getting older, and I'm telling you, especially after having the second child, she did something to me. I am really evaluating who is in my life and what type of energy and people I want around me. And those two examples I gave you are examples of who I don't want around me. Like, I can't, like, if you, especially for me, like, I am a giver. I am a show-upper. I am a cheerleader. I am a supporter to any and everybody. But in this phase and in this moment of my life where I need to be held tightly, ain't nobody really around. And you might say, well, do you ask people? Do you? One thing about me, and again, I can't think that people, what's the saying? Like, you can't expect people to have the same ruler. You measure yourself with look, I know one thing. I'm highly intuitive. I'm emotionally intelligent, and I can't expect other people to do that. Because one thing about me, if you somebody I love and I haven't heard from you in a while, I ain't gonna send you no IG post. I'm gonna call your phone and ask you how you doing. Have you not pick up that phone, I'm gonna text you, hey sis, I hope all is well with you. I'm thinking about you. Call me when you get a chance. If a mother ever came out her mouth and shared with me a glimpse of the struggles of her motherhood, the last thing I would say to her is enjoy the ride. That's the last thing I would say to her. You don't know the brink that people may be on. And that's why people don't share shit with nobody. Because they get responses like enjoy the ride. They get responses like being ignored. So you might say, well, why? Do you tell people you're going through stuff? Do you share? If you are in my life, then you know. Because just like the girl that I saw at the conference today said, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Girl, pull up a chair. If you care about me enough to ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to tell you. So if you don't know what's going on in my life, it's because you haven't asked. I'm not the type of person that's going to pick up the phone and call you, girl, I'm depressed today. Girl, let me tell you how I'm on the brink of ending this all. I'm not going to do that. But if we're just in relationship where we just communicate, it's going to naturally come up in conversation. So again, I don't know. I've just been on a tangent lately. It's that luteal phase, I tell you. I've just been on a tangent. I don't even know how I got on this topic, but apparently it just needed to get out, which is why I've just been loving vlogging. This has just become my video diary. That felt good to get that out my body. That felt so good to get that out my body. But anywho, whoo, woosah, woosah, woosah. All right, I need to log on to my next session. It's a virtual session of the conference. So far, I went to the keynote, which was really good. Then I went to a session on walk and talk therapy. It was based on like taking your clients out on nature. So they out into nature and walking. So as you all are having therapeutic conversation, they're getting the emotion out of their body while walking. That was a really good session. I enjoyed that. Then I went to one about reframing abortion, which was so good because we know the laws and stuff around abortion is shifting, and you know, therapist client confidentiality and all of that. So that was good. So now I'm about to, okay, then we had lunch. All right, now I'm about to log into, this is a virtual one. It's called Connecting Counselors to Their Craft. How to use creative digital career portfolios to enhance employability. So I'm gonna check that out, especially because I'm new to teaching. I'm a new professor. I need to like develop my CV. Like I have a resume, but I really want to grow my CV. So I'm curious to see like how to build like my digital portfolio, because I've presented at conferences, I've done workshops and classes. So I'm curious to see like how I can build up my CV. So I'm gonna log into that now, and I'll probably catch you back on another rant. I'm joking. I'll catch you back in a little bit. Top of the morning yet again. Today is Saturday, the last day of my conference, and I am still moseying in bed. It is 7:04. The first conference session starts at 8 a.m. So I'm about to get out of bed and get myself showered and ready for the day. Today, again, is the last day of the conference, but you know, I'm actually ready to go home. Like 2 nights away did me good. I'm ready. Like I feel refreshed. I didn't film this, but yesterday, one of my friends, she met me up here last night when the conference ended, and we walked up the street and went out for dinner. And that was even nice, like a moment to connect with a friend. And yeah, now I'm feeling refreshed. I'm ready to go home. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, my husband works his part-time job, so I'll be by myself with the kids, and I already feel present. Like I already feel like I'm ready to give them all of my time, attention, and energy, because there's nothing left for me to do. I've been here by myself. I've gotten a lot of rest. I have been editing my videos for YouTube. So yeah, I've been reading. Oh, about reading. But yeah, I've been reading and I feel good. Like I feel complete. I feel full. Like I feel like my cup runneth over. And now I can like pour into something or someone else, which is my children. And yeah, I'm feeling really good. But about reading, The Pivot Year, 365 Days of Becoming the Person You Truly Want to Be by Brianna Weiss. At this point, this book is like stalking me. Like at this point, this book knows what's going on in my life. I promise I'm not going to turn these into like story times, but I have to read you day 3. Remember, day 2 was about not knowing, right? And that's just been the space I'm in, like not trying to be in control and not trying to like know everything and just being okay with that. So today, day 3, remember yesterday I talked to y'all about happiness, right? And I was talking to you about how I met up with someone and we were talking about motherhood, and she was saying, yeah, I'll be a great mom, but will I be a happy mom, right? Remember that? And then it made me contemplate like, shoot, am I a happy mom? Was my mom a happy mom? So I was just having all these thoughts about happiness. Let me read you what day 3 says. And then after this, I'm gonna stop reading to y'all because y'all need to go get this book, okay? Day 3. One day, you will realize that happiness is not what your house looks like, but how you love the people within its walls. Happiness is not finding success by a certain time, but finding something you love so much time itself seems to disappear. Happiness is not thinking you have to earn the world's approval, but waking up each day and feeling so at peace within your own skin, quietly anticipating the day ahead, unconcerned with how you are perceived. Happiness is not having the best of everything, but the ability to make the best of anything. Happiness is knowing you are doing what you can with what you were given. Happiness is not something that comes to you when every problem is solved and all things are perfectly in place, but in the shining silver linings that remind us the light of the day is always there, if you slow down enough to notice. Get the book. Get the book. I got it off Amazon. I'm going to link it in the description below. Get the book. Yeah. The book is like literally following me at this point, right? I was about to peek and see what tomorrow says, but I'm not even going to read it. So one thing this staycation conference allowed me to do was read this book. I ordered this book. I've had this book, but I had not read it. And I looked at this book as I was leaving out the house and I said, oh, let me bring this with me because I now have the time and like the mental space to sit down and read. And it's just a page a day. Like, it's just a page. And now I'm hooked. Now when I go home, I can't stop reading. Like, this is going on my nightstand, just like how I've been doing since I've been here. Soon as I wake up, thank God for waking me up, quick wipe the crust out my eye, grab this book, read my page, get up out the bed and start my day. And this is really setting the tone for my day. Like, even yesterday, like, I was so carefree yesterday. Like, I made a very special connection with someone here in the conference, and they shared some personal things about themselves, and I shared some personal things about myself. And then it ended up that this person is like a part of the committee and like the board for the conference and invited me to like join. And like, that's the thing. I didn't come here like with a plan. Like, I didn't start my day with like, this is what my day is going to look like. I just was so open. Like, I didn't know what my day was going to look like. I didn't know who I was going to meet, and I didn't care. I was just being me and going throughout my day, and look at the connection that I made. And like today, the theme is happiness. So I am going to go throughout my day being happy and finding happiness in everything. So get the book. I recommend you read it first thing in the morning. Get the book. This other book that I'm reading that I'm about to start reading. I'm actually going to sit here and read it now. It's called The Mountain Is You, Transforming Self-Sabotage into Self-Mastery. And it says at the top, the unlimited seeker's guide for those brave enough to face their own north and take their power back. So I'm going to start reading this as well. It's not a huge book, but not a small book either. Like, I feel like I can definitely get through this book in a month or less, for sure. Because what's today? Today is November 8th. I can definitely get through this book this month if I dedicate it like a chapter a day, which I try to do that, like dedicate one chapter a day. And that's typically how I get through books in a month, because what book has more than 30 chapters? I don't know. Maybe there's books out there. I'm trying to see how many chapters this book has. It shouldn't be more than 30, I don't think. Let's see. 7. This book has 7 chapters. I can get through this book in a week. I could real life get through this book in a week. It's only 7 chapters. Yeah, doable. Doable, doable, doable. Oh, so I mentioned towards the beginning-ish of this vlog that I am in the space where I'm just ready to be all of me and all of me in one space, so no more splitting. So I have decided to do the Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition kind of catch-ups here, like in my weekly Sunday vlogs, because yeah, that's who I am. I don't need to split up myself. Like, I am a spiritual person. I am a millennial. I am a mom. I am a wife. I am a mental health therapist. Like, I am all the things. I don't need to like split up my YouTube channel in like these different playlists like I was about to start to do. So the 4 videos are currently in that playlist. I might end up taking them out of the playlist, or I might keep them there. I wonder if there was a way for me to like put a post or something like in that playlist. Like, if you want to see week 5 and up, catch them in my Sunday vlogs. I don't know. I know on YouTube you can make community posts like on the community tab, but I don't know if there is a way to like put that in the playlist. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna start with just a community post, and then I'm gonna see if I can like pin that post to the playlist, if that makes sense. But I'll figure that out on the back end. So we'll do a quick check-in with self for the Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition, just to give you all an update on how that's going. If you've only been watching my weekly Sunday vlogs and you're like, Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition, what is she talking about? It's either going to be in its own playlist, or you can just search like on my videos, because it'll still say the Great Lock-In. Like, I'll still keep that wording on there just to, you know, not confuse you. So if it's not already in that playlist, in its own playlist, and it's just in my regular videos, then you'll be able to see it from the title. All right, so let's start with the check-in. I'm laughing to myself because I packed my glasses because I can't see the TV from the bed without my glasses. I ain't cut that TV on since I've been here. TV has not even been on. All right, so really quick, you know how we do this if you've been following the last couple weeks. Quick rundown. This is just a self check for me. Again, if this is the first time you're hearing about my Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition, there are other videos that will help you catch up. For those who have been watching both, then you already know what this is. Really quickly, for those who do not, for 13 weeks, I'm putting myself on a Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition where I am locking in with my spirituality. I'm a part of a 13-week apprenticeship about spirituality, spiritual practices, and about finding the medicine within us. So I aligned my apprenticeship weeks up with my Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition. And at the beginning of my journey, I set up some self-care things and some different practices and routines that I am going to do every single day to keep me on track with my spiritual journey, so that I don't get off track and I don't get distracted. Because I shared in the first video of that journey that after having my second child, after having postpartum depression, I just totally got just off my beaten path with my spirituality. Like, I was really strong in it, strong in my practices, strong in my routines, and just everything went to the wayside after having her. And now that she's 2, my mind is clear, my body is feeling back to myself. Like, I'm in a good space. I want to lock in. So that's just a quick catch up for those who need it. So the first thing that I said that I was going to do is wake up at 5 a.m. I have been consistently doing that this week. Said that I was going to meditate and move my body every day. I have been doing that. I said that I was going to journal and start each day with tea. I have not journaled every day this week because I have not journaled since I've been here. So that's that. And I have not started my day with tea because I've been here. That's actually not an excuse, because they definitely had tea yesterday, but it's okay. I'm going to have some tea today. So The journaling and the tea fell off a little bit this week. Read every day. I have been doing that. Tending to my spiritual environment. I have been doing that, other than me being here at the conference, because I have an office in my home and I have a section in my office that's dedicated to my spirituality and spiritual practices. So since I've been here, of course, I haven't been tending to it. But I did tend to it before I left. So when I get back home, it should be good. Drinking water every day. Yes, 2 Stanleys or more a day. Taking a weekly bath. I actually took my bath on Thursday before I left to come to the conference, and I'm taking another one tomorrow. And checking social media once per day, midday in the afternoons. I have not been doing that, and I need to do better. Again, it's the analytics, a little bit of the doom scrolling, because I'm starting to get like more messages. So as I read people's messages and respond to them, I'm like clicking on their page and like learning more about them. So I guess that's not too terrible. And then my husband, he's always sending me like different memes and like clips and stuff from social media. So I'm like clicking on those and laughing. But yeah, I do want to slow down. So what I did do with Instagram is I set a timer on my Instagram. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but you can set a timer for like 5 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, like whatever you want your limit on the app to be. And a window will pop up saying, hey, you've reached your daily limit for the day. I set that and it caught me. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize mine is set for 5 minutes, because I don't need more than 5 minutes on Instagram. There's nothing on Instagram that I need to do every single day that's more than 5 minutes. I can respond to all my messages. I can do what I need to do in 5 minutes. Now, YouTube. I love me some YouTube. Like, not only am I a creator on YouTube, but I am a consumer of YouTube. So does that count? Does that count as social media? Because there's vloggers on here that I watch, and I'm always looking at my analytics and stuff. So yeah, I guess that doesn't count. Like, I'll play YouTube like while I'm getting dressed. There's, again, like different vloggers that I like, or different commentators that comment on different things that is going on in the world. And I enjoy that. So I don't know if I want to include that as like my social media limitation. I'll put that in a category as like more doom scrolling and like being obsessed with my YouTube analytics, because I got to stop that. Checking my analytics once a day for 5 minutes is fine. And honestly, I don't need to check it every day. Like every other day is fine, because videos, they need time to kind of do its thing. And then based on like what my analytics are looking like, I'll go in and update the title or change the thumbnail. So, but I like to do that within the first 48 hours. So I'll see how a video performed like the first 2 days, and then I'll go in like, okay, what can I change based on what the data is telling me? So, but yeah, that's where I am with my Great Lock-In Spiritual Journey Edition check-in. This week, remember the week before last was our off week. So it was an integration week where we got to like practice our skills that we're learning and practice with our partners. So that was really good. When I did my partners, it was her turn to, or rather it was my turn to hold space for her. I shared with her my affirmation cards, and it just brightened my heart, like how my affirmation cards really touch people. I shared them in my last Great Lock-In Journey. I'll also link them in the description below. But it made me feel really good. Like, I have so many projects and tools and resources that I've started and stopped, or started and haven't completed. And that was just a reminder that I need to get back into things. And I've been really trying not to beat myself up or be hard on myself, but I can't help but feel like, man, like, did I just put myself behind? Like, I took a whole year of maternity leave. Like, I shut my practice down. I was not on social media. Like, I was not around. Like, I was not out here. And I know, like, I'm just speaking candidly, but I know the answer. I know it was necessary, but just sometimes some of the thoughts I have, like, damn, like, if I would have kept going like that year, like, man, like, where where would things be? Like, was it worth it for me to take that whole year and a half off? The answer is yes, I needed it. I think if I would have kept pushing, I would have been 100 times out of alignment and just burnt out and overwhelmed. With a new baby, with a new second child, like, not even like it was my first baby. Like, I had a whole nother kid to care for while also caring for a newborn, while also going through a chemical imbalance in my body with postpartum depression. Like, yes, Kiara, yes, you needed to take that time off. Like, yes, you did. No, you're not behind. Like, there is no such thing as being behind, because God's timing for you is God's timing for you. And I needed to sit down for 18 months and take a break. And now that I'm feeling much better, I'm able to show up here on YouTube every single week and not feel burnt out. I'm able to show up at my job, show up for work, show up for my students that I teach, not overwhelmed, not burnt out. I'm able to show up for my kids and show up for my husband, not overwhelmed and not burnt out. Though I still could use a nanny. I'm not like where I was. Like, I'm not in that energy space. Don't get me wrong. Y'all saw me cry on YouTube. Like, I do have moments of being overwhelmed with motherhood, but it's not from like this heavy depressed space. It's more so from I need some help around this house with these kids space. So different energy. I think you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I trust and know. Again, what yesterday's message was of not knowing. It's like, I don't know what's next for me. But what I do know is what's for me is for me. And no one or nothing can ever take that away. I can't even take away or stop what is for me. And that's the energy and mindset that I'm carrying. And my therapist, she told me, Kiara, sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. And that's something that I play in my head all the time. Like, I needed to take that break. I needed to slow down. If you know me, I have been going and going and going and going, accomplishing this, graduating this. I just got my PhD in August, like, of last year. Like, I've just been going and going and buying houses and moving to Florida, moving back. Like, I've just been on the freaking go, having babies. Like, I've just been going. Like, I needed to slow down. I needed to slow down. And just because I slowed down doesn't mean like I slowed down my blessing. Like, my blessing is still my blessing regardless. But I feel like in order to get that blessing, I needed to slow down. And now it's time to speed up. And even like thinking about like the nanny and thinking about support, I know having that support is going to be a financial investment, but I feel like having that support is going to help me get to that next level. Like, I'm going to get there regardless. Let's just start there, because what's for me is for me, and that is mine. And I'm going to get it regardless. But I think having a nanny or having support with my household and my children, it's just going to get me there faster. I'm going to get there regardless, right? But if I had someone that could help me and my husband, getting our kids to school, getting them home from school, running her to dance, like helping out, like doing the laundry and cleaning up the house, like that would give me the mental space to be able to be present for my kids, to be able to tackle some other things so that I can get to where I need to faster. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. I trust that it does. So yeah, this has been a great staycation. Do you see? The purpose of this vlog was, I didn't know what would come out of it, but the purpose of this vlog was to show you how transformative a staycation could be. Like, all of these insights came from me being away from my husband and my kids for 48 hours. And guess what? My kids are alive, healthy and well. My husband is alive, healthy and well. They're coming to pick me up later on today. They did fine. And guess what? When they picked me up, They're going to see a smiling mom. They're going to see a smiling wife. I'm going to be full of so much energy. I'm going to hug and love on them. I'm not going to be reaching for my phone. I'm not going to be reaching for my computer. I'm not going to be reaching for my books because I've done everything. Like I had space for me. And now all of me is ready to just give them all of me, right? Because I'm so full right now. Like my cup is really running over. I'm so ready to be with them. And I hope this is inspiring to you. If you've ever, been curious about taking a staycation or, feeling a little reserved about taking one, these are the type of insights that can come out with you just sitting by yourself, not hearing your kids, not hearing your partner. Nobody wants anything from you. You don't have to cook for nobody. There's nothing to clean. You're not overstimulated by the stuff all around the living room. Like, it's just quiet. And in these moments of quietness is when God is able to speak to you, is when the God within you, your intuition, is able to come out and speak to you, and not only speak to you, but you're in a place to listen and receive and to process. Because if I was at home in the chaoticness of my home, first of all, I probably wouldn't be able to hear. And if I did hear, I wouldn't be in a space to process. So yeah, this staycation / conference was a blessing. I'm so happy that I decided to stay at the hotel versus driving back and forth because yeah, I wouldn't have had these insights. So if this video was inspiring to you, if you enjoyed it in any kind of way, make sure you subscribe to my channel, especially if this is not the first video you've watched of mine. Subscribe. I think I shared early in this vlog, I wasn't aware like how valuable a subscription is on YouTube. Like this is free content. I'm sharing my life freely with you all. Hitting the subscribe button costs you nothing, but it supports my channel so much more and it allows me to continue to, pour out more videos and pour out more content. So please subscribe. I'm asking, they say a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, comments really helps the algorithm on YouTube, like get my videos out to my audience, which is you and other people like you. So that helps, like when YouTube sees comments and thumbs up, they're like, oh, people are enjoying this video. Let's share it out to another group. And then if that group likes it, then they'll just keep like sharing it out to other groups. I learned that as well because I'm reading the YouTube Secrets book. And then comments, like for me, I just love connecting with you all as I'm building this community. It lets me know that there's like real humans watching my channel. Like I can see you watching, like when I look at my analytics, but if you don't leave a comment, I don't know who you are. And maybe you don't want me to know who you are, and that's cool too. But yeah, if you're open to it, leaving a comment and then sharing. I think I shared that my shares are like my highest analytics, which I appreciate because you're like getting me out there word of mouth. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm about to get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, hop in the shower, get on my clothes. What time is it? I done sat here and yapped. Okay, it's 7:35 and the first session starts at 8 o'clock. So let me get up and get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until next time, be well.